Dr. Anthony Fauci refused to answer any questions about the handling of the COVID pandemic at this week's hearing. Now, Senator Josh Hawley wants to hold Fauci in contempt.
Innocent people don't usually take the fifth. This guy took it 111 times. That tells you all you need to know.
I absolutely think we can hold him in contempt. I believe we will. I look forward to casting that vote. And it doesn't necessarily need to go to the full Senate. It can go straight to DOJ. And I hope that DOJ will look at the fact that he improperly invoked the Fifth Amendment.
Former White House coronavirus response coordinator, Dr. Deborah Birx, joins me now. Great to have you here, Doctor. Do you think that Mr. Fauci should face any consequences for refusing to answer questions?
I think what has happened to him over the last week, knowing him as a colleague and knowing Dr. Fauci, how proud he is of his federal career and his abilities, to be told by his lawyers to do that when I'm sure he wanted personally to answer the questions and to release his private thoughts. Well, agreeable that he put it in the HHS server. So as government employees, we know that anything in government hands belongs to the government, including their equipment. But knowing Dr. Fauci, I think that has been significant punishment to him, if that was the intent.
Well, talking of which, Dr. Fauci's diaries somewhat painted himself, according to the GOP, as a man obsessed with fame. Do you think the attention he craved clouded his judgment?
I think what clouded everyone's judgment, to be completely clear, is the lack of information. And our institutions, our federal institutions, in the lack of information, really tried to fit this virus into a flu model that didn't apply at all. So when you hear about the 6 feet, when you hear about cloth masks, that's all relevant to droplet theory and cough and spit. It has nothing to do with COVID and aerosolization and asymptomatic spread. And that fallacy exists today. So when you talk about where are my concerns, the way we handled avian flu, the way we looked at hantavirus, the way we're looking at Ebola, we're still looking at viruses through the lens of symptoms. It's the 21st century. We should be looking at viruses through the lens of diagnostic tests. You can imagine where you are. Imagine if you did your reporting based on how CEOs were feeling about their company rather than the earnings data. That's the difference between symptoms and diagnostic tests. We have to give people the information.
But let me ask you this. Dr. Fauci was insistent that the origin of the virus for a long time came from a wet market in China. But in his diary, he talks about how it's been proven that that's not the case, and the suspicion falls back on a research lab. In other words, the GOP, and especially Rand Paul, the Republican senator from Kentucky, maintains that Mr. Fauci lied under oath and has never been truthful with the public. How do you respond to that?
So here's the very problem with science. When you can't get the definitive answer, and we won't get the definitive answer. We know that China delayed reporting on this virus. We know that they intentionally misled the WHO, saying there was no human-to-human spread when it was clearly spreading all over Wuhan. So when you don't have the definitive evidence, and what do I mean by that? The samples from that Wuhan laboratory, neither side is going to be able to definitively answer those questions. And I think you're seeing in real time Dr. Fauci internally questioning, could it only be this? And I think, unfortunately, what happens then is sometimes scientists demean each other. And I think, to my mind, the most important thing is scientists to keep an open mind and have listened to Bob Redfield, who from the very beginning, who was also on the COVID response task force, really was saying that it could very well happen from the Wuhan lab. And that means we have to change policy. It means that, in general, the entire scientific community across the globe needs to realize that whenever you adapt a virus to a human cell line, you don't even have to genetically modify that virus. Just adapting it to a human cell line can make it more infectious to humans. And that's the kind of controls that need to be in the lab, so that you're testing the lab workers to protect them and to protect the community.
I got 30 seconds, Dr. Birx. Is there anything that you would do differently now, looking back?
I think in general, we let the perfect to be the enemy of the good, and that happened across all the institutions. People weren't willing to make changes quick enough based on as we were learning. And I think what I really hope Congress, please, put together what worked. We have states that opened their schools with testing. We know what works now. Put that out there so that there's a roadmap for the future.
Very good. Well, we really appreciate your time, and thank you for talking with us today, Dr. Birx. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Good to be with you.
All right.